Okay, so this is the MVS 45-2. So it's set up with two heat seal bars, one on each side. And I want to show you a rather unique thing that you can do in any chamber style machines as long as you can stand the jar up in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to vacuum pack a jar inside the chamber. This is how you do that. As long as the jar will stand up, in other words, let me turn this off for a second. As long as the jar will stand up and not hit the lid, then you can extract the air from the chamber, and as long as you leave the jar lid loose and keep it in place with the band, you just want to make sure that's not snug down real tight. And you can stand as many jars up in there as you can. I only recommend in this machine doing about 3 of the quart-sized jars in the center, because if you start bumping into the lid, you're going to run into some issues there. But as long as you have room inside that chamber, then you can load these jars in there, and as long as the lids are loose, they aren't jammed down real tight, you can just fill the chamber up with as many jars as you can fit in there. We're going to check this out now and see what happens. So I've set this up so that P2 is going to suck out 99.9% of the air out of the chamber. And since the jars have loose lids on them and they're inside, they should achieve the same vacuum. There's no extended vacuum on this cycle. There's no gas flush. And I've turned the sealing time down to 0, so we aren't just running the seal bars for no reason at all. So this, again, we've set P2 up to have this special set of settings so that you can vacuum pack jars inside of a chamber. Here's how it works. So remember that at any time you're running a chamber, you're evacuating the entire surface inside the chamber, and anything that's inside that chamber is going to have a vacuum created in it. As soon as the gauge gets to about 99.9, then we're going to devac the chamber. So that should happen right about now. And we've set the soft air down on this machine a little bit so it doesn't have a real severe inrush of air. And it will work on any of the chamber style machines that you can get a jar to stand up in. So now this jar has been vacuum packed and the lid is stuck on there pretty tightly. And when you want to open it, we'll just open this one. So you can see the caliber of vacuum you got in that little jar. You know, it's vacuum packing in a jar.